Excuse me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Canon EOS photographer RandallMRueff. Today is Tuesday, December the 15th, 2015 AD. It is 3 days away from Star Wars. Last night was a Star Wars premiere out in California. But it opens up on the 18th, which is Friday night. So we got a couple more days yet for even the possibility of seeing it. And it's 10 days away from Christmas. In this video, we'll be talking about the EOS-1DX and, more importantly, the 1DC. I've made a lot of videos about these two cameras, and especially the 1DC, because right now it is the camera of choice for me if I can afford it, but I can't. I can't afford the 1DX, even though it's gone down to $4,000. Can't afford the 1DC, even though it's considerably more and does more. I can't afford it either. For that reason, it's very expensive. It's the best of the best right now. One of the reasons I'm pretty sure that the 1DX is going to be replaced very soon is the price drop. It's, again, down to $4,000, which is an original $8,000, which is the current price for the 1DC. So the 1DC is currently $8,000. The 1DX is currently $4,000, but it was originally $8,000. So the fact that it's so low priced compared to where it started, from $8,000 to $4,000 on the 1DX, says they're going to be releasing the Mark II, the 1DX Mark II, very soon. More than likely, probably going to start to get some rumors about it. Well, there's already rumors about it, but serious rumors about it at the beginning of January, maybe a week or so in to January. And by the end of January 2016, we'll probably have either an announcement of some kind, an official announcement, or some kind of showing of the camera, the 1DX Mark II, at a photo show. Some of the big photography events that Canon and Nikon and Sony and all of them do start around the end of January. Excuse me. So it's very likely that at one of those photo shows we will see a 1DC Mark II or a 1DX Mark II, or maybe both. Who knows? I don't know. Although I got the impression, based on the rumors I've been reading, now again, these are just rumors, we don't know for sure, only time will tell, that they're not going to replace the 1DC, they're simply going to keep it going, or they're going to discontinue it and go with a Mark II for 1DX Mark II. The 1DX Mark II is supposed to have 4K capability, so the 1DC has 4K capability, so the fact that a new camera has 4K may replace the 1DC as far as not only doing 4K but other capabilities. We don't know what the specs are for the 1DX Mark II, especially as compared to the current 1DX and the current 1DC. So we don't have any way to compare the old with the new. There's a lot of people out there that have given estimates of what they think it will be, and I've given out estimates of what I think it'll be. But until it actually happens, we don't know. And unless you're on the inside with Canon, which I'm obviously not, we just don't know. So there are rumors that the 1DX Mark II is being field tested. In fact, I read one thing where, I forget where it was like a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, that some photographer had seen somebody with a 1DX Mark II, I think it was in Africa, somewhere in Africa, on a safari. Anyway, they were shooting, doing testing it out, putting it through its paces, etc., to see if any last minute changes need to be made or anything. And to find, make sure that it didn't need to be fine-tuned or tweaked. So there was a story that, again, that the 1DX Mark II had been spotted somewhere in Africa on a safari somewhere. So if it's true, I don't know. Could it be true? Yeah, it could be. Very likely. Canon does have a history of field testing their cameras and gear prior to making an announcement. I mean, that just makes sense. It's common sense. No matter whether they're making cameras or TVs or Hot Pockets for people to eat. I don't, just it makes sense to test it before you really put it out there. So the question is, does it match with a timing schedule that the Canon has done before? Yeah. There was a similar time schedule, assuming everything goes as I think it's going to, with when the 1DC came out, with it being tested, even though after the 1DX had been released, and same thing with the 1DX when it was going to be released. So the last 2 or 3 major one series cameras that Canon's put out have followed that kind of time of year where at the beginning of January, or not the beginning, excuse me, at the beginning of the new year, around the end of January, they announce it, they show it off, and then a couple months later, whether it be 3 months or 6 months later, around summertime, it becomes available. With the Olympics coming up next year, I think the Olympics are coming up this year. I'm pretty sure they are. I'll have to check. I'm gonna have to check on that, but I think they're coming up next year. Point is, if the Olympics are in fact coming, which I think they are, Canon likes to have its cameras out there for those Olympic photographers, ready to go before the Olympics, to give the people who are going to be shooting the Olympics time to get accustomed to the new hardware and software and interface of the camera. Although normally the camera is pretty much on the outside, it's pretty much the same for the most part. Where the new parts are is on the inside, both with the settings, the software. But then again, you never know. They may change some things around on the outside. You just don't know. Generally speaking, though, for the most part, they keep the outside pretty much the same. Now, there have been exceptions to this, of course, but overall, it's generally the same on the outside. It may be, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Maybe a button here or there is moved. Who knows? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Unless I come up with some money or win the lottery. In fact, I have some lottery tickets I got the other day, but I don't know. One's for tonight's drawing, and 2 of them are for tomorrow's drawings. But unless I hit the Hoosier or the Powerball or the Mega Millions, or somebody I don't know just dropped a boatload of money, I'm not going to be able to afford this camera, and I wish I could. I wish Canon would supply me with some. I wish, to be honest, I really don't care. As long as it's legal and moral, I don't care how I get the camera. I just wish I could get one. Actually, I'd like to get 2 or 3 of them. But actually, I'd like to get at least 2 of them. And the reason being is I'd like to do videos of the camera with the camera. So aside from standing in the mirror and doing reviews, which I don't want to do, I'd like to have at least 2 of them. So when I do try different lenses and make videos and unbox it, I can have one to do it with and one to get the idea. So it's a beautiful camera. It's state of the art, and I'm sure whatever comes down the line, Canon's going to make it even better. So EOS-1D right now is currently the camera of my dreams, my lust. Will the 1DX Mark II replace my passion for the 1DC and surpass it? Don't know. And if so, by how much? Don't know that either. Just have to wait and see. So Canon, if you're out there, name and address is in the description. You can help me out, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. Granted, I need you more than you need me. I'll give you that one. But there you have it. 1DX, 1DC, especially the 1DC. Very awesome camera. That's all I have for now. Again, there's not much more I can say. I made plenty of videos. The only thing I can say now is I want one, can't afford it, wish I could. There's nothing more to say. Just wish I could have one or two. So, if you've got one, congratulations. If you've got more than one, congratulations. If you're lucky and fortunate enough to have one or more of either the 1DX or 1DC, I'll admit I'm jealous. So until next time, I'm Canon for RandallMRueff saying thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless you. And as always, no matter what kind of camera you have, keep taking those pictures. Bye. I have a Digital XD, so I'm going to take some more pictures with that until that's what I have. And they said the best camera is the one you have with you. Well, the Digital XD is the one I have with me. Bye.